Good evening, chemistry students. I am going to go through only a few problems that are on page 10 of the green packet. This is on the second page of your homework tonight. I think we finished numbers 1 through 11 yesterday. But hopefully you can take a look at the way that I solve these, and you can use it as a model to solve the rest of the problems on the page. So numbers 12 and 13 and 14, these are all going to go together. So let's run through these first. Number 12 says how many molecules are in 1.5 moles of CHCl3. When I look at the compound that we're talking about, I know that CHCl3 is a molecule because it has more than one atom in it. So in order to solve problem number 12, I'm going to start with what I'm given, 1.5 moles. And then I draw my line for dimensional analysis, and I'm going to denote my unit. So that means I'm going to write the unit that I just wrote up here again right here. Now I know that we have a direct relationship between moles and molecules, and I had you write them on page 9 at the very top. What I know is that 1 mole, oh, that's my phone, hold on a minute. Okay, sorry, I think what I was doing is showing you that 1 mole of something is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd things. So in this case, it's equal to molecules. Okay, so if I look at the equation that I just wrote, I have the number 1 next to my abbreviation for mole. So I'm going to put number 1 here in my dimensional analysis window. And then on top I'm going to put 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. Moles cancels. And when I multiply my numbers across, I have 1.5 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. I get an answer of 9.03 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of CHCl3. Number 13 says, how many atoms are in 1 molecule of CHCl3? And I gave you a hint which says just add the subscripts. Well, in 1 molecule of CHCl3, I have 1 carbon, I have 1 hydrogen, and Cl stands for chlorine. And since there's a little subscript here, the subscript refers to the element that it's next to. So that means that I have 3 chlorines. And I know that I've got only 1 carbon and 1 hydrogen because those atoms don't have any subscript next to them. So automatically we assume that there's only 1 atom. So I have 1 carbon plus 1 hydrogen, that's 2 atoms, plus 3 chlorine. That means that I have 5 atoms in 1 molecule. So in number 14, my question is, how many atoms are in 1.5 moles of CHCl3? Well, I've already figured out that I have this many molecules, 9.03 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of ClCl3, and I also know that I've got 5 atoms in each molecule, so I can make my dimensional analysis grid if I like, and I can put one molecule here at the bottom. I can put 5 atoms at the top. Molecules cancel. I have 5 times 9.03 times 10 to the 23rd. And my answer is 4.515 times 10 to the 24th atoms. And if you want to round this number up here to 4.52 times 10 to the 24th, that's fine as well. So let's see. So numbers 12 and 13 and 14 altogether are the way that you would solve something like number 17. Number 17 says, find the number of atoms in 5.78 moles of ammonia nitrate, which is NH4NO3. Now, the substance in question, ammonia nitrate, is a molecule. But I want to know atoms. So keep that in mind as we're building our dimensional analysis grid. And I did give you a little hint as well. So first we need to figure out how many molecules there are in 5.78 moles, and then I have to convert the number of molecules to the number of atoms. So let's just go through how to solve this one. We start with what we're given as always. So I start with 5.78 moles. Draw my line. Demote the unit. So I'm going to write mole at the bottom here. And even though I know that a mole has 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms, I'm not going to be putting atoms on the top yet, because we first have to figure out how many molecules there are. So I'm going to put molecules at the top. I know that 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. Moles cancel, but I'm not done yet, because I'm looking for atoms in the problem, and I've got molecules only at the top of the horizontal line. So I'm going to continue. Extend my line out a little bit here. I'm going to put molecules at the bottom. And in 1 molecule of NH4NO3, I have 1 N plus 4 H's plus another N plus 3 O's, 3 oxygens. So when I add up those numbers, 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9 atoms. So I know that in 1 molecule I have 9 atoms. Molecules cancels, and I have atoms here on top of the horizontal line, so I know that I'm done. And what I have to do to solve is multiply 5.78 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd times 9, and when I multiply that all together, I get 3.13 times 10 to the 25th atoms. And that is my answer. So hopefully this helps you to to figure out the rest of the problems. I'll see everyone tomorrow, but before I go, I want to shout out to a couple of people. In my 5-6 class, I want to shout out to Sarah Domkowski. In period 9, I want to say hi to Angel Kozel. And in period 10, I want to say hi to Kelly Sunday. I hope everyone's have a great weekend. See you soon.